We're making a big change to Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. We're adding a delicious layer of caramel.
Yes! I love caramel!
But we're only making a few of them.
Did you know that Americans consume enough Reese's Peanut Butter Cups each year to stretch to the moon and back? Yeah, that's how much people love this candy. But have you ever wondered what makes these little chocolate peanut butter masterpieces so irresistible? Whether you're munching on one during a movie or secretly hoarding them in your drawer, no judgment. There's more going on behind the scenes than you'd think. Let's dive in and see how Reese's makes magic happen. Reese's Peanut Butter Cups didn't just pop out of nowhere. They've got quite the backstory. Let's rewind to the 1920s, when Harry Burnett Reese, a former dairy farmer with a penchant for candy making, came up with the brilliant idea to combine two of America's favorite things, chocolate and peanut butter. His candy-making journey didn't begin in some massive factory or high-tech kitchen. Nope, he started right in the basement of his house in Hershey, Pennsylvania. Talk about humble beginnings. Reese was working for the Hershey Company at the time, and being surrounded by chocolate all day must have sparked some inspiration. He decided to create his own candy, combining smooth chocolate with creamy peanut butter, two things that sound like they were destined to be together. And thus, the Reese's Peanut Butter Cup was born. At first, Reese sold these sweet treats as penny cups, named after their affordable 1-cent price tag. Despite the hardships of the Great Depression, penny cups became a hit because, well, who could resist a cheap and delicious chocolate and peanut butter combo? By the time Reese passed away in 1956, his basement-born creation had grown into a candy empire. In 1963, his old employer Hershey purchased the H.B. Reese Candy Company for a whopping $23.5 million, which, fun fact, would be worth over $200 million in today's dollars. Now, Reese's Cups are sold in over 110 countries, and the brand has expanded to include all kinds of peanut butter and chocolate delights, from Reese's Pieces to Reese's Big Cups. In 2019, Reese's introduced Reese's Thins, a slimmer version of the classic cup for those who want to enjoy the flavor with a little less guilt. But despite all the spin-offs, the classic Reese's Peanut Butter Cup remains the top dog. Why mess with perfection, right? Let's jump into the factory to see how Reese's Peanut Butter Cups are actually made. The journey starts with the main ingredient, peanuts. Now, Reese's doesn't just grab any old peanuts off the shelf. Oh no, they use specific varieties like Virginia or Runner peanuts, which are known for their rich flavor and uniform size, the perfect base for that iconic peanut butter filling. These peanuts are sourced from the southern United States, with farms in Georgia, Alabama, and other peanut-growing states supplying the goods. Once they arrive at the factory, it's time for some quality checks. Reese's doesn't mess around when it comes to peanut quality. Only the best of the best make it into your cup. Once approved, the peanuts are sent to giant roasting ovens. These ovens can roast up to 18,000 peanuts per hour, heating them to about 150 degrees Celsius for around 30 minutes. This brings out the deep, nutty flavor we all love. It's like the peanuts are getting their own little spa treatment before they're ground into that delicious peanut butter. Peanuts used in Reese's are roasted in such a way that they release the oils that enhance the flavor and smoothness of the final peanut butter filling. After the roasting, the peanuts are sent to the next stage, turning them into the famous Reese's peanut butter. The roasted peanuts go through a machine that shells and cools them. Then they're ground up into a fine paste using industrial grinders. Think of it as your kitchen blender on steroids. This peanut butter isn't just plain old peanut butter you might find in a jar. It's got a special blend of sugar, salt, and some other secret ingredients to give it that slightly grainy but oh so satisfying texture. Some rumors suggest that the secret formula might involve a dash of vegetable oils for smoothness and maybe even a touch of vanilla for flavor. Whatever it is, it works. Once the peanut butter has reached the perfect consistency, it's carefully checked for texture and taste. If it's too thick, it won't spread smoothly in the cups. Too thin? Well, let's just say you'd be in for a peanut butter mess. The goal is to make sure every single Reese's cup has that signature filling we can't get enough of. Reese's has mastered the art of the peanut butter to chocolate ratio. Each cup has just the right amount of peanut butter and chocolate to ensure that perfect balance of flavors in every bite. Now let's talk about the chocolate, because let's be honest, the chocolate is just as important as the peanut butter. Reese's uses a special blend of Hershey's milk chocolate, which is melted down in massive vats to create the perfect coating. But here's where it gets interesting. The melted chocolate doesn't just get poured over the peanut butter willy-nilly. The chocolate has to go through a process called tempering, which is basically a way of heating and cooling the chocolate to give it that perfect, smooth, shiny finish. This also ensures that your Reese's cup doesn't melt the moment you take it out of the wrapper, because that would be tragic. The tempering process not only gives the chocolate a smooth finish, but also gives that signature snap when you bite into a perfectly tempered chocolate shell. Once tempered, the chocolate is ready to go. But before the peanut butter can get its chocolate blanket, we need to create the base layer for the cups. So how do they get those perfect little cups, you ask? Reese's uses specially designed molds that are loaded onto conveyor belts. These molds look like trays with hundreds of cup-shaped indentations, waiting to be filled with chocolate and peanut butter. The first step in creating each cup is to pour a thin layer of chocolate into the bottom of the molds. This forms the base of the Reese's cup and gives it structure. The chocolate is rotated and spread evenly across the bottom of each mold, making sure there's a solid base to hold all that peanut butter goodness. Once the base layer of chocolate is ready, it's time to add the peanut butter filling. Using precision nozzles, a perfectly measured amount of peanut butter is squirted into the center of each chocolate base. This isn't just random squirting. Oh no. The peanut butter has to be just the right amount so that every bite has that ideal balance of chocolate and peanut butter. If the peanut butter is off-center or too heavy, you've got yourself an imperfect cup. Every single cup is precision measured to ensure that the peanut butter is exactly centered in the chocolate base. That's why you never bite into an uneven Reese's cup. With the peanut butter now sitting perfectly in the center of the cup molds, it's time for the top layer of chocolate. Another stream of tempered milk chocolate flows over the peanut butter, sealing it in with that signature Reese's embrace. The chocolate is carefully poured to completely cover the peanut butter filling, ensuring it's evenly coated. At this stage, the peanut butter is fully encased in chocolate, and the molds are starting to look like the Reese's cups you know and love. The balance here is everything. Too much chocolate and you drown out the peanut butter flavor. Too little, and it's not really a Reese's. But don't worry, Reese's has been doing this for decades, so they've got it down to a science. After the cups are filled with chocolate and peanut butter, they take a nice little ride into the cooling chamber. Here, the temperature is carefully controlled to quickly cool down and harden the chocolate without affecting the peanut butter filling inside. This ensures that the chocolate sets with that nice, firm shell that stays intact until you take your first bite. Reese's cooling tunnels can stretch over several hundred feet, ensuring that the cups are perfectly cooled before they hit the packaging line. The cooling process is crucial because it solidifies the cup and gives it that satisfying snap when you break into it. Once the cups have been cooled to perfection, they're ready for packaging. At this point, the Reese's cups are ready to be packed up and sent out into the world. The fully formed cooled cups are fed into high-speed packaging machines that wrap each one in its iconic orange and yellow wrappers. These wrappers don't just protect the candy, they make it instantly recognizable. Over 40 million Reese's peanut butter cups are produced daily to meet the insatiable demand of chocolate peanut butter fans around the world. And just like the peanuts, the packaging process goes through rigorous quality control checks. The folks at Reese's don't want you getting a cup that's too smooshed or melted before it even hits the shelves. Every cup has to meet their high standards before it gets boxed up and shipped off to stores. Beyond just making mouth-watering candy, Reese's parent company, Hershey, has been working to make the production process more sustainable. They've implemented practices like sourcing peanuts from farmers who use responsible farming techniques, such as crop rotation and reduced tillage. which helps protect the environment and maintain healthy soil. In addition, Hershey has invested in energy-efficient roasting equipment and transportation methods to reduce their environmental impact. By working closely with local peanut farmers, they're not only making sure they have a steady supply of high-quality peanuts, but they're also supporting local economies and reducing transportation emissions. By partnering with sustainable peanut farms, Hershey ensures that the legacy of Reese's stays as environmentally friendly as it is delicious. And that's the inside scoop on how Reese's peanut butter cups are made. From the perfectly roasted peanuts to the smooth milk chocolate, it's no wonder this sweet treat is a favorite around the world. But before you go, we've got a question for you. Do you prefer the chocolate or the peanut butter more? Or is it the combination that makes Reese's your go-to? Let us know in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you'll always be in the know about the next sweet treat we dive into. Thanks for watching and keep on snacking.